Lego has been releasing a lot of questionable sets lately. However, one of them that I don't question whatsoever when I made my purchase is the brand new Lego train station set 60469. And one of the things I will say is this is another Lego City set that Lego has used to give us another character we've never seen before. There is actually a Lego figure in this set that actually has polio, or they have crutches because they are, walking impaired. Nonetheless, I think it's really cool that Lego continues to make figures for every walk of life. I always think that's a huge W for Lego's part. But more importantly, I want to show you guys some ways that this set stands aside from all the other ones that have recently come out. And more importantly, what you can do if you have all of these Lego bricks and a lot of time. And welcome back to the channel, guys. As you know, it is Bearded Bricks. And I know that this is a smaller Lego City set, but obviously for $100, it does pack a punch. Just like normal Lego train sets, you get some track, you get a small utility vehicle for your Lego City, and you get some rails. Cool. Seen it, been there, you're over it. However, some of the notable things about this set that I think are really cool is not only if you were to buy two of them, you'd have a front and back, you could build this set in reverse. I'm planning to do that. I have to wait for a handful of other parts to build this train station that I'm going to work into my city. But you get these nice sloped angles on the sides, you get a train signal, and you do get a single section of track that goes through the middle for your trains. I will say from doing some testing, your trains may have some difficulties getting through this section of your track, which is why I think you guys should pick up the mock down below in the description. As always, you guys know I love mocks on my channel. I'm getting ready to post some of my own on Rebrickable, so stay tuned for that. But it makes it a little taller, makes it a little bit more easier for your trains and your locomotives to get in and through this station if you're looking for a more budget solution for your Lego City. One of the really cool things about this set is the tapered roofing or glass on the side of this build. Very similar to the Avengers Tower, but instead of using a lot of bricks, it actually uses these panels, these garage doors that have been translucent clear and dark blue, which is really cool. This piece actually used to be really expensive in white, and so getting alternatives is always really cool. It does kind of sit at the bottom, so there's probably a way to attach it here on the bottom if you really wanted to, but there's no real reason to do it. There is a handful of stickers with this set. Obviously, it is a play set, but they're not bad. You get the clock tower, you get this panel on the inside of the train station. So obviously some of the other cool details of this set is we have the train signal here. Obviously getting a full platform is really nice. It would have been nice if Lego included both sides for the price. However, for what we got, it's not bad. You could buy a second one and make it better. Looking at the figures here, we guys do have a mom and a dad and a child. We have the gentleman who has the crutches. And then we also have the barista and a young lady who's just kind of overlooking, watching the tracks and people watching. I will say with the figures in the set, it does add a lot of life to the build, so that's always nice to see. But more importantly, there are some play features to talk about. One really important one that we haven't seen in a really long time, and I really feel like Lego needs to use this more, so the price of the piece actually comes down and makes it more available for people. As you guys can see here, I have these pigeons on top, and when I turn it, this elevator actually goes up and down. Now, there is a little bit of tension, so it doesn't fall, obviously, but it uses these little spring pieces that I'll put on screen for you guys right now. And it's just nice that they disguise the little exhaust for the building as the play feature. I really do think that is something they really have capitalized on, especially with the Arkham Asylum and now this. There are a ton of builds that have external features that affect the inside of the build. And I always applaud Lego for doing more with Technic than I could ever do with my smooth brain. Talking about the platform some more, I think it's really cool that Lego has this dark gray and these sloped pieces for people to get people off of the platform. The only issue I really have with them is this one at the off angle. I may end up modifying this set so I can have it at a side angle and then move the coffee shop somewhere else, just because it wouldn't really fit well on a Mills plate or what I have planned for my Lego City. Another really neat thing with this set is the 2x3 angled bricks that you guys can see on either side of the track. And what's really cool about them is that they do actually fit on the Lego track. Let me show you. As you guys can see here, I've attached one piece of Lego track and it just sits on there just fine. And if you were to put this on a Mills plate and then elevate it a little bit, ballast it as the Lego train people call it, it would look really good. Showing you guys what I was talking about with my Lego City is if I put this train station on the Mills plate for the rails, it just pops a little bit more. It stands out. It makes it more of like a noticeable or like a eye-catching feature for my city. One of the first things you're going to see when you have your own Lego city, or you go to display and you see other people's Lego cities, you see they have a train or cars moving around, and them having them on mills plates or ballasted tracks actually make the set pop out that more, or their build, and it's more drawing. It really brings people into your build the more detail you guys are able to cram into stuff. Now, I will let you guys know, I do plan to move this from a 32 by 32 base plate to a 48 by 48 for a handful of my rail sections of my city. And the reason I bring that up is just being able to cram this train station on this small 32 by 32 just really wouldn't work well, and it wouldn't look good with the tapered pieces on the sides. So moving it to a larger plate will actually help display it more, and it'll just flow more easily into the city layout that I'm going to be working on. I don't want to make this video too long. I'll make a separate video for all those bricks you guys saw me drop at the beginning of the video. It'll probably be coming out in a day or two. I need some time to build them and refine my design, but the instructions for the 48 by 48 and a handful of the other things that I'm working on for my Lego City will be available soon. But as always, I've been Peter Bricks. I want to know what you guys think about this downtown train station set. Are you guys interested in it at all? Did I help you decide if you want it or not? Are you guys kind of trained out? I'm really starting to cook on some of my Lego City stuff, so obviously stay tuned for more. Don't forget to like, subscribe, hit the notification bell so you guys can see all my future uploads and shorts. And as always, I've been Peter Bricks, and I will see you guys in the next one.